All right, welcome back to the channel. Good morning. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I took a weekend off from the live streams. Hope you guys are doing well, man. All right, let's chop it up this fine morning. About all this ducking talk. Whole lot of ducking talk, man, in boxing. Everybody's ducking all the time. But before we do, let's say what's up to my man Chillville in the building. What's good, Chillville? How you feeling? Robert Robles, man, what's going on, man? Good morning to you, sir. Freddie Jimenez in the building. What's going on, Freddie? Hope you're doing well. What's good, man? Let me know how your weekend was, Freddie. Frank Black Fonz in the building. What's going on, man? Good morning, family. Let's start this week off with some good boxing conversation. Hit the like on the way in. Please hit that like on the way in. Dwayne Jones in the building. What's going on, man? Shout out to the A, the T, and the L. Sid Smith, what's going on? Yep, absolutely. Hit that like button on the way in. 50 bands in the building. Bo Bontraversio Podcast. What's going on? He said, hi, I'm ready for the day. Yeah, you know what it is. Gonna try to poke fun a little bit of Devin Haney fans. You know how it goes. Y'all ain't getting off scot-free. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love, but just fun boxing talk, man. Mr. M. Pride said, "Good morning, boxing chatting for 9. Now I want a clean chat. Obey all of Fanaz's instructions at the time, and at all times protect the unbiased truth." Now touch that like button. Let's get in. Yes, sir. You know, man, that is a beautiful statement this fine morning. Mike Kirkland, what's going on, brother? How you feeling this morning? Caesar TAMG in the building. What's going on? John Boy as usual. What's going on? Dre Truce. Deuce Trey, man, I just slipped that all the way backwards, man. What's going on, Douglas, Dapper Douglas in the building. What's going on, Jean-Pierre in the building. We just had that thing slide. I think I got everybody. CRVP, man, well, let me go back, man. Hold on. What did I miss, man? Ray Patterson, what's going on, bro? Mike Cardona said Haney's ducking. Well, let's start talking about on that, man. For now, you see Makabu versus Montreal. Only the highlights, man. Only the highlights. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I took a little bit of a break off boxing this weekend, man. What's going on, Supreme Secret? Yeah, I took a break off boxing this weekend, man. Because it was such a, I just decided to spend time with my wife, man. NBF, Davison Andre said NBF. That means no black fighters. In case y'all missed it. What's going on, man? Yeah, why these boxes ducking, man? I'm lost. I'm telling you, man. I think it's two obvious reasons. One, for Shakur Steveson, dog, because Oscar Valdez don't want that smoke. He gonna lose. That's just, he don't want to lose. That's all I'm going to do. Alonzo Lambert said, go. I'm all right on that, bro. I'm all right. Dog, let me tell you something, man. I ain't got to hear what a whole lot of people got to say. Do not have to go listen to what a whole lot of people got to say about that. We'll see if the fight happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Bill's going to say what he's going to say. And I can tell you what he's going to say before he says it. So it is what it is with that. He's going to represent his side. That's his job. You know what I mean? As much as we love boxing, but you can let me know what he said in the chat. I wouldn't mind doing that. He said it's not even deeper than that. What's that? Hold on. That's very simple. Well, look, man, on the first one, on Shakur Stevenson, he don't think he can win. I mean, Oscar Valdez can't win that fight. That's easy for Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez can't win that fight. Said Haney is overpriced. Look, man, I don't know what's going on over there. All I know is it's probably a little bit of both. I've heard a bunch of times what Bill Haney had to say about it. And I heard what Lou DiBella had to say about it. And what Lou DiBella said was, we sent an offer and they turned it down. That's what he said. Now, when he says that, though, that don't mean he didn't send an offer that was garbage, and made an argument. They made a offer that they knew that they would refuse. You know, that's not. I don't doubt that. I just have a hard time with Lou DiBella just flat out lying and saying he sent an offer and he never sent an offer. That to me sounds like you're stretching, because there's no, I mean, like, you're just looking for a reason to call that man a liar. You know, like, nah, ain't no offer gods. Why would he say that there was? You know what I mean? But however, that doesn't mean he didn't make an offer that they knew were going to be really low and that he didn't want to fight him. I don't have any doubt in that. But the thing with George Kambosos is that he's stuck any way he goes. There's not any one of those guys out there that he can beat, man. He said, Bontroversial podcast says not even deeper than that. I don't think it is. Not much deeper. Definitely not with Oscar Valdez. Valdez and Kambosos want to hold the damn belts, but they can't duck forever. Oh, they can duck forever. But Kambosos can't duck forever because he's going to lose to the next guy he's fighting. I think he's holding out for the guy that's going to pay him the most money that's the least risk, which is probably Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Do promotional companies sign an NDA before negotiations? I think the NDA, I don't know. If they ask him to, they do. But I know that those guys, man, a guy like Ludabella is not going to negotiate on the internet. None of these guys are negotiating on the internet. That's the thing that gets me. Like, none of them are doing that, man. None of them are doing that. Anybody talking like they really doing that on, like, what people are saying about the negotiations over the internet, come on, man. I don't think you're being very honest. Because these guys, that never happens. Like, nobody is doing that, dude. These guys are sitting down talking about how much money they're making behind closed doors. They're doing all that stuff behind closed doors. And when the negotiations really happening, that's what's really going on. And for me, I just find it funny. that people always believe that what people are saying in the media is the dead honest truth. He said Lou is lying. Devin is the challenger, so he will make an offer, and negotiations haven't been made for that yet. Why would Ludabella just lie? Alonzo, like, that's Ludabella. I've watched Ludabella for a very long time, bro. Ludabella, I've watched that dude for a very long time. Ludabella will just tell you the truth, man. I mean, he'll just say it. He's not somebody that is just going to come out of the blue and say something that is just what does he gain? What does he gain from that? Just jumping out there lying? That's the thing that I don't get. What he's basically saying he's lying, or did he actually say he's lying? Did he basically say he's lying, or did he actually say he's lying? I'm just telling you, dude, I have a hard time with any of these guys. Dude, for them to just come out and say that something did not happen. Yeah, but sorry, so Bill's lied before. Whole bunch of people have lied before. But like that, why would you just come out and lie and say we made an offer to you? Because what he did is he jumped in there and he said he's like, why would Ludabella tell a lie like that? And I just don't, man. I don't know, man. I don't believe it. I don't know. Let me put it this way. I don't know who's telling the truth in that. Because I just don't get why Ludabella would get on the internet just willy-nilly. He said he's full of shit. That's the difference. That's different. Saying he's full of shit and saying he's lying, because he may be full of shit. That don't mean he ain't lying. That don't mean he's lying. I just don't get why the dude would just jump out there. What's going on, Tony Ramsey? I just don't get why the man would just jump out there and lie. And where there was no offer made and just say, no, we never talked to him about it. Because honestly, dude, he would have just jumped out there, because the conversation was about why is George Kambosos ducking? He could have just as easily said, nobody's talking about it. Why wouldn't he lie? Because he's got a reputation, man. Dude, you guys say that Bob Arum lies, right? Dude, when Bob Arum lying, it is clear that dude is lying. He said, for 9, why would Kambosos tell Devin to send his jewelry if they made Devin an offer? Because he's talking shit. And he said that 3 weeks ago. He said that 2 weeks ago. I don't know the timing in this stuff, man. Dog, y'all just, let me tell you something. This is all going to equate to, you don't know. One guy says one thing, somebody else says another. It's your choice about who you're going to believe. Point blank, period. If you're going to think that every time the Bill Haney and those guys say something, it's the truth, and every time the other side says it, it's a lie, man, come on, man. I don't know that. I said I worry. He said he's lying And he's full of shit. Yeah, I mean, dude, if the man said he sent it, he said he sent it. He said that they never sent an offer. Did they say they sent an offer? Kambosos is being Tifo. I mean, I don't doubt that Kambosos is full of it. I'm telling you, I don't think that they want to fight with Devin Haney. I definitely don't believe. I definitely believe that. For now, we know the lightweights move around Haney. That's what we know. You know that they move around him. Okay. Look, man, I don't understand why Lou DiBella would lie about that. That dude was very, very clear. Look, man, he said, number one, they're not making an offer to us. They're not paying for the fight. They didn't make us an offer. We made them an offer, and they turned it down. If Lou DiBella is just lying, then Lou DiBella is just lying for no good reason, because he didn't even have to say that. He really didn't even have to say that. He could have just sat there and been quiet about it and not said anything. I don't understand why cats always believe everything on one particular side and nothing on the other side. Dog, that truth is somewhere in the middle there. At least that's what my experience is. He said no. He said they haven't sent an offer because negotiations haven't made it for that far. Haven't made it that far yet. So Lou DiBella was telling the truth. Half of what he said was telling the truth. That they're not paying for everything. So how do you know that they were paying everything? Paying for everything. I've been here for several weeks. I've been saying, look, it doesn't benefit either one of them. But I'm just like, dude, everybody's lying all the time, man. You know what I mean? Like, dude, everybody's lying. Dude, I'm going to tell you what people do more to Devin than anything else. They lie on him more than anybody else. Like, Devin has beaten Zeri. He's ducking. Now, I don't think Devin's ducking, but I do think that money is real. That's what did they say about Eddie Hearn? Eddie Hearn said he's going to have to take a pay cut. Where's that coming from? It's good to use your own head, but the truth is not always in the middle. Sometimes a team just lies. No, it doesn't happen all the time, but in this case, the dude wasn't completely lying because he said that they never sent a check. They never sent an offer. But look, I don't know. I'm not even going to tell him that. Why do people lie? You know why people lie for non. Yeah, so Devin can be lying, right? Burke's Law. Can't both sides be lying? Does it work like that? Can both sides be lying? Do you believe that Devin Haney's team tells the truth in everything that they say? And I mean that I'm going to ask some people to think that Lou DiBella's lying, because Lou DiBella very well may be lying. But you don't think Bill Haney and those guys ever lie? You think they just tell the truth straight out every time? You don't think that Eddie Hearn saying that he's going to have to take a pay cut? You don't think him saying that Eddie Hearn saying that Devin Haney has to take a pay cut is reasonable? Has anything to do with this? So I'm serious. Are they always telling the truth? Yes, Bill said they were lying, but I'm saying Bill never lies. Bill shoots straight every single time. Look, you guys can believe news sources have come out about an hour ago referring to the Haney-Kambosos fight is going to be held in Sydney, Australia on April 23rd, Sunday. I hope so, man. If Eddie Hearn said it, that tells you where Haney sits. Gervonta is the real cash cow. I mean, that's obviously, dude. Look, dude, they can both be lying, but it's different when people start pulling people's cards and calling people's bluffs. Dude, look, man, all I know for sure is that Eddie Hearn said that man got to come down off that price. That's one thing that I know. And I know Eddie Hearn be lying too. I don't think there's a promoter out there that ain't lying. They won't lie. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. So Devin had to take a payout and to Australia to fight. Dude, he's going to have to take a pay cut. That's what his promoter said. Dude, I believe this fight happens. Let me tell you, this is what I think. Screw who's lying. This is what common sense tells me. That fight is not that much money in that fight because neither one of those guys are particularly big names. Devin Haney gets like $3 million a fight, which means Yeah, Devin is still a top 10 earner in boxing. Yeah, he very well may be. Who's top 10? Canelo, Fury, Wilder, Joshua, Golovkin, Spence, Crawford. Yeah, that's the problem. No joke. That's the problem. That's probably he may be top 10. I mean, dude, he makes a lot of money. Dude, he got a contract, paid him a lot of money. Yeah, I already said Tank. I said Tank. But no, I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Haney does make a lot of money. I think he probably does make a lot of money. He could very well be. He very well could be. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All righty. There you go. My phone, my shit was about to go out, bro. Good for young Haney, but he is overpaid and is definitely a factor in holding back. Dude, that's what makes sense to me, man. The only person I know that says something that sounds neutral in this thing is Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn said that Devin Haney's a smart guy. He's going to have to take a pay cut for this fight. If he doesn't take a pay for the cut for the fight's not going to happen. And honestly, I think Devin Haney might be dumb if he takes a pay cut. Why would you give up millions of dollars to fight for something that nobody really cares about? Now, I don't know about his. I mean, dude, I can't speak. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody else, probably Dillian White. Dillian White is probably making more money than Devin Haney is too. Well, at least he will in this next one because he's about to get like $9 million or something like that. But I don't know. He's definitely earning a lot of money though. But I'm just tripping on how y'all believe one side. Some of y'all just believe one side, and that's it, bro. I know Devin Haney's going to beat the guy. But I believe all those guys are going to beat him. So it doesn't make a difference to me. Kevin Faulkner said new rules in boxing should be the old rules in boxing. If you're not fighting anyone, you need to drop them belts. Yeah, but he ain't got a problem, bro. He said there's no racial agenda against any race. That's a lame excuse for any fighter. I don't know, man. Look, dude. I'm not going to get into that. They all lie. That's what they do. Stop acting like you don't know that. You talking to me? You talking to me, Walter Robinson? You talking to me? I need to know because I'll address that if you want me to address that. Hey, by the way, much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys for your support. Because seriously, I'm not going to get into an argument with Devin Haney fans. I don't know what's going on. And I'm not going to believe just one side or the other. I know what Eddie Hearn said, which is that Devin Haney has to take a pay cut in order to make the fight. Bill Haney said money will not be an issue. So if money's not an issue, money will not be an issue, then he's going to take whatever the offer it is that those guys send. So when they send an offer, I just don't understand why the man would say they turned it down, bro. I don't understand. I know Lou DiBella doesn't want to take that fight, though. I'll tell you that for sure. Said if they sell, they're putting you on. If you sell, they're putting you on TV. Good morning. What's going on, conservative common sense? What's going on with you, brother? CG Cap said Eddie Hearn shouldn't have even said that, and Devin said he's willing to do whatever to make the fight because he wants to be undisputed. That's a goal or vision of his. He shouldn't have said it, but he did say it. You know, Robert Davis said, "Yeah, you're right. If you think there's no racism in boxing, you don't know boxing. I mean, of course there is, dude, but that doesn't mean that every single solitary thing is related specifically to that. You know what I mean? Canelo Alvarez is not fighting Gennady Golovkin. That ain't race. I don't think that's because he doesn't like Eastern Europeans. You know? And don't be dark-skinned. Racism comes at you secretly and fast. Facts. Hey, Fanon, Kambosos turns down Garcia to renegotiate with Haney. Is that? I mean, dude, they're all going to be. I think they're still all going to be talking about it, man. For the record, I don't care who's lying. I don't care what they get. I just want that fight. That's what's up, honestly. Really. No doubt about it. Fanon, we need more action from Haney. His fights are boring. Dog, why you dogging? Man, that dude's fights are not even remotely boring. It doesn't even matter, dude. If the guy can't hit him, the guy can't hit him, man. It's boxing. He doesn't have to sit up there and rock him, sock him, robot. Now, but getting on a more pleasant conversation is about the Oscar Valdez thing. Because Oscar Valdez will actually play that. I want somebody that's exciting. I want to fight somebody that's exciting. Now, I don't care how exciting it is. Okay? I just want to see you guys get in there and see who can win the fight. As long as somebody doesn't get robbed, I'm good with it, man. Jose Rodriguez said, Fanon, do you think Ryan can beat Kambosos? Yeah, I do. I think that's about an even fight, though. I think that may be about an even fight. But I'm not that high on Kambosos, I'm telling you. I think Kambosos is a flash in the pan. I think he's a Jeff Horn. I think he got one over on Teofimo Lopez, and then after that, dude, I think that's a wrap, man. I'm telling you. I just don't think very good. I don't think very highly of him. And I think that they are definitely going to take a fight against nobody. And then they may get another, and whenever they fight one of those other guys, dude, more than likely they're going to lose, man. You know what I mean? And there's the other thing about them fighting in Australia in the middle of COVID. I don't know if those guys really had that fight, man. Engel Mendez, do you think Haney can beat Loma? I think he can. I don't know if he will. I think that's a close fight. I think that they're a close fight. But I think that Devin Haney is definitely going to give Lomachenko a lot of problems because he can turn with them. Yeah, man, Devin Haney is a very, very good fighter, man. Very good fighter. And if you can't, and I don't know I just don't know what Lomachenko is going to do. It's going to be tough on Lomachenko beating him because, dude, he's better than those. He's pretty much better than anybody Lomachenko's ever beaten, man, with the exception of Gary Russell at 126. He's better than everybody Lomachenko's ever beaten. And he's very, very defensively responsible. They're going to have a very good game plan from him. I just don't know what they're going to be able to do. And Lomachenko's not somebody that is hitting he doesn't hit like bricks. So, you know, that's kind of where I am on it, man. I think that they all can. What's going on, Mark Booker? Loma hurts Haney. Facts. I don't know. I don't think so. Well, I don't know. I just think it's going to be a 12-round fight. It'll be a very, very interesting fight. It'll be the hardest fight of Devin Haney's career, and it is not going to be an easy fight for Lomachenko. But the problem with the only thing that if Devin Haney could punch, I think it would be something completely different. If he could really sit down and he can punch, he's better than Gary Russell too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, Robert Davis. I don't think Devin Haney's better than Gary Russell. I don't think he's a better fighter than Gary Russell. Their skill set, their skill levels, about what and what. And for that weight class, I think Gary Russell Jr. hits harder. And he might actually hit harder, just period hit harder. Yeah, one's a southpaw, one's an orthodox. I would not put Devin Haney as being a more difficult fight than Gary Russell Jr. No. Mobile legend, what? I'm telling you, I don't. Gary Russell Jr., dude, is a very, very good fighter, man. If you didn't notice, dude, he lost his championship and was beating that dude with one hand. He's a very good fighter, bro. Nah, I don't think so, bro. Haney's a better fighter than Russell? I don't think so. I don't see that. I don't see it yet. Let me put it that way. I don't see it yet. At the best of Gary Russell Jr., I think is better than what I've seen of Devin. Now, he may wind up being that way as time goes on, but not from what I've seen. I don't think so. Just like I would say, I don't think Devin Haney's a better fighter than Guillermo Rigondeaux. Right? Let me put it that way. I don't think he's better than Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know? As far as, because those are top-notch fighters, man. I don't think Devin's better than Gervonta Davis or Shakur Steveson. He's at that level, or right below that level. But I haven't seen anything that would tell me that I think he's better than those guys, because he's not getting anybody out of there. It's just too much. It's just too, and the fight, dude, he's in his first weight class, dude. He should be able to be getting these guys out of there. That's the thing for me with Devin Haney. Gary Russell cheated himself. Man, the guy got injured and lost the fight. That's what it looked like to me. The guy got injured and lost the fight. If Devin Haney throws out a shoulder in a fight, dude, he's going to lose a fight. Unless he's able to beat the guy with one hand. People get injured in fights, man. And that's what happened, that's what I saw. You say you got Devin beating them all. That's fair. I can understand why people would have Devin beating them all. But I don't think I have not seen anything say he's better than Guillermo Rigondeaux. Or a better fighter than Lomachenko, or a better fighter than Gary Russell Jr., or a better fighter than Gervonta Davis. He got Burke's Law. He got injured in 2008. Facts, injury stop. Dude, he clearly got injured, bro. So I don't act like he didn't get injured. He literally got injured. He was throwing one hand for 7 rounds. You got to see that. But anyway, nobody's just walking through JoJo. He can't get him out of there. Nobody has. Gary Russell beat him. And how do you mean? Dude, man moved up 3 weight classes. Somebody will get him out of there. Somebody can get JoJo out of there. JoJo came up 2-3 weight classes. Devin Haney's going to be at 147, man. You know what I mean? Like, dude, come on, man. Dude, seriously. Linares got knocked out the fight before Devin Haney fought him. Didn't he? Linares been knocked out 3 times. And Ali Vosa said, Rigo showed you how to beat Loma. Yeah, you better do some research on JoJo. I know who JoJo Diaz is. I know exactly what research do I need to know on JoJo Diaz. That JoJo Diaz is a featherweight that moved up to lightweight. That Devin Haney was 3 inches taller than, had much longer reach. Stop, dude. If he goes and fights Josh Taylor, he's getting knocked out. Do you doubt that? Do you think JoJo Diaz is gonna go the distance against Josh Taylor? A guy at 140? Devin Haney's gonna be at 140, bro. I know he has a pedigree. I know he has a pedigree. But man, stop. JoJo is not a world beater, man. JoJo, somebody can get JoJo up out of there now. Don't act like JoJo is some extraordinary fighter, bro. He's not, man. He's a very, very solid fighter, man. He's a solid fighter, bro. Whatever, man. Xavier Martinez, what's going on? Fanon, keep it 100, and people are starting to hate. He ain't talking shit about Haney. He's just stating facts. Dude, let me tell you something, man. A bunch of y'all just jock. You guys are just jock Devin, and that's not my job. And I've been told you that. I do not have to play favoritism for any fighter, okay? I don't play favoritism. That's what you hear. You want me to tell you that everything that I hear that somebody says related to Devin is always a lie. That anytime a fight doesn't take place for Devin, it's because they're ducking Devin. Anything that Devin says, I got to take at face value and act like whoever it else is that says something is lying. If Devin Haney can't knock somebody out, there's a reason Devin Haney can't knock somebody out. It's because he hurt his shoulder. Or this guy is a world beater. Dude, anything that you hear about Devin Haney, you guys support Devin Haney. And that's fine. You guys can support Devin Haney till the cows come home. I'm going to tell you what I honestly think, bro. See, look, John L., why are you always hating on Mexican fighters? Same reason I'm always hating on anybody, bro. The same reason I'm hating on in anybody and everybody where you don't like what I got to say. The fact of the matter is, dude, I don't know why that fight ain't happening other than what Eddie Hearn said. So if you can get around what Eddie Hearn say, get around what Eddie Hearn said, because Eddie Hearn is the one that said it. Eddie said Devin Haney is going to have to take a pay cut to make this fight happen. That's what he said. The rumors were that the contract got shut, that the fight negotiations got stopped over a financial issue. Eddie Hearn said 3 days before it said it that Devin is going to have to take a pay cut. Why would he know that if nobody was talking about money? And then 4 days later, money is an issue. And they all agree that money is an issue. Everybody does. But Joe is lying. But everybody's lying, right? Dude, you guys are going to support Devin no matter what he does. And that is admirable. Keep doing it, bro. But you're not going to be able to get away from what his promoter said. His promoter said Devin Haney has to take a pay cut. Why would he say that? If he had never talked about financials. Do you think Eddie Hearn just pulled that out of his back hat, or is Eddie lying? Eddie lying too? Eddie full of it too? Because that's who said it. Eddie Hearn said it. But now, but JoJo's a world beater. Look, man, I'm not going to tell y'all, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not riding coattails, bro. It is what it is, dog. I'm going to call it like I see it. Just like you're calling it like you see it. Anyway, Eddie said that, man, cause DAZN ain't making money. Dude, you don't know why see 50 bands, why would you say that he said that? You know what I'm saying? You're saying that you're giving me a reason why he said it. You're just made that, no disrespect to you, and I mean this. But dude, you guys always got some reason why somebody says something, dog. Y'all are like 13-year-old kids, man, who always got a reason for something, why something that doesn't look good for your boy happened. Every time, bro. It's every time. Even though Eddie Hearn says that Devin Haney's got to take a pay cut. Lou DiBella said, we made him an offer, they turned it down. When Eddie Hearn said that took to the media to say that Devin Haney is a smart kid, he will not let money stand in the way of this fight. He knows that he will become a superstar if he takes lower money. I'm just a reasonable person, dude. When they start saying that he has to take lower money, my suspicion is that they've had a conversation about money. Much love in that super chat. But now y'all are just going to jump out here and say they never had a discussion about money. Why? Because you were sitting in the room? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, dude, be a fan, but don't be stupid. You know what I mean? Be a fan, don't be stupid. You can support somebody. That doesn't mean that the person that you support is always right. You know what I mean? Always, no matter what. And y'all sound like not just fanboys, you sound like you work for the dude. I'm just being straight with the amount of, because I hear the arguments. You sound like they're paying you. That doesn't make sense, bro. If I'm sitting here if somebody tells me something about, as much as I like Errol Spence Jr., but if Al Heyman came out into the press and said, Errol Spence Jr. has to make less money to get a Canelo Alvarez fight. And then Canelo Alvarez's manager comes out and says, hey, they turned down the fight because they wanted too much money. Dude, I'm going to sit there and say, yeah, Tony Starks, Eddie stays lying. Who doesn't stay lying, Tony Starks? Everybody lying? Now Eddie's lying. Now Devin Haney's promoter's lying. Do you see how this works? Eddie stays lying. He does. But now he's lying. What interest does Eddie Hearn have to lie on Devin Haney? Seriously. Anyway, hey, brother, Linares was coming off a second fight, 2-fight win streak before Devin. How do you like Gary Antoine versus Montana Love? I see that fight if that happens. I don't know, man. I got to see more Gary Antoine and I got to see more Montana Love. But I'm telling you, I would root for Gary Antoine Russell. I don't know, because of the pedigree. Because it's the Olympic pedigree. I'm just telling you, bro, you sound like you work for the dude. No joke. You sound like you're reading his marketing material. Because what would Eddie Hearn have to lie about Devin Haney on? Big Fish Box, we know you hate Haney. Bro, it's no big secret. I don't hate Haney. I know you say that, and that's no big secret. I don't hate Devin Haney. Have never said a bad word about Devin Haney. But I know y'all act like you getting paid by Devin Haney. Because why would Eddie Hearn lie? Big fish. Now Eddie Hearn is lying. Everybody's lying, bro. Everybody's lying. Every trip, everybody's lying. It's amazing to me, bro. Seriously, it's amazing. Everybody's lying. Everybody's cap. Everybody. Devin, even though Devin is super highly paid by Eddie Hearn, now Eddie Hearn is lying, bro. Now Eddie Hearn is lying. Right? No, hey, Burks, is Eddie Hearn lying? Eddie Hearn said that is a problem, that he wanted more money. But now Eddie Hearn's lying, right? Now, if Eddie Hearn said that there was no offer sent, then Eddie would be telling the truth, right? Dog, please don't try that crap with me. It gets really, really old, bro. And you can sit there and say I'm hating on the dude. Nah, dog, I'm just not sniffing up in his drawers, bro. Okay? That's what I think. I'm not getting a red cent from Teen Haney, but you really bash a kid one day, then fuck with him one day, pick a side. No, dude, 50 bands. I'm not doing anything. I don't have to pick a side. See, that's what you want to do. You want to pick a side. I'm not picking a side. Every time I take a critical look at a situation related to Devin Haney, I get one of y'all telling me that I hate the kid. I do not hate the kid. I have no problem with Devin Haney. Bill Haney, I have no problem with Bill Haney. I got no problem with Luda Bella. I got no problem with Eddie Hearn. I mean, I got no problem with any of those guys. I'm just wanting to ask you, why is it not reasonable that the reason that the fight might not happen is because Bill Haney and Devin Haney do not want to take a $3 million pay cut? Does that really sounds serious to you? That sounds like hating to you? Because I say, look, man, maybe the problem is, because Eddie Hearn said that that's the problem, that he doesn't want to take a $3 million pay cut. And that's reasonable, that he may not want to take a $3 million pay cut. Because that's what I think. I think the problem with the fight is that Devin Haney's not going to want to take a $3 million pay cut. Just like what Gervonta Davis said. I don't think he's going to want to make a $3 million pay cut to make that fight. And I hear everything else. Like people wanting to have their cake and eat it too. Devin Haney makes $3-4 million a fight. Bill Haney said he's going to have to take a pay cut to make this fight. Would you take a $3-4 million pay cut to make that fight when you're not even sure if you're going to be able to get more fights when you get all 4 of those belts, which you're definitely going to get? I just want to be reasonable, man. That's all I want. I'm not saying Devin's ducking him. I'm not saying that George Kambosos doesn't want to fight somebody else. George Kambosos may lowball him and say, look, man, here, I'll pay you $500,000 for the fight. And in which case, Devin would say, no, I'm not taking $500,000 for the fight. That could very well be happening. And I have a suspicion that's what's happening. You know why? Because that's what Eddie Hearn said. Devin Haney's promoter said that, bro. Look, Brad Savage, watch this. Bro, Luda Bella is pricing Devin out. It could be the case. That very well could be the case. Could very well be the case. That makes sense. But you can't have it both ways. You can't say that Bill Haney, that Luda Bella is pricing Devin out, but Luda Bella never made an offer. You can't have both of those. You see what I'm saying? You can't have both. It makes perfect sense that Luda Bella and Devin Haney and George Kambosos was sending an offer to Devin Haney that was for little to no money, saying, if you want this fight, we're going to make all the money and you're going to make nothing. And then Devin Haney to turn around and say, I'm not going to fight for this little bit of money. No, I'm getting $4 million a fight. I'm not taking a $2.5-3 million pay cut for this fight. And then for Eddie Hearn to say, hey, Devin is a smart guy. he is not going to let money get in the way. He'll understand that once you win this fight, you're a really big superstar, and he'll take less money for this fight. What is unreasonable about that? And I truly mean that. That is very, very reasonable interpretation of the circumstance. What I hear from you dudes that keep saying I'm hating on Devin is this. Lou DiBella didn't make an offer, and Lou DiBella never made an offer, and Lou DiBella lowballed him. And you're saying that at the same time. You're saying that he didn't make an offer and he lowballed him at the same time, brother, which cannot be true. He cannot lowball you if he didn't make an offer. Can he? No, bro, I don't like shit that's illogical. I don't. That's it. It's not a dislike for the guy. It's just you guys support stuff that don't make sense, man. It is perfectly rational to say that Devin Haney would say no to a fight where he gets priced out. Because he probably will get priced out. What's the problem with that? Lou DiBella already said it. He said, look, man, the guy is not going to, not Lou DiBella. Eddie Hearn said he's going to have to make less money for this fight. He's not going to let it get in the way. Well, why would Eddie Hearn say that if they never had any conversations about the money? Do you see the logic behind this? I'm not telling you what my feelings are. I'm telling you the logic behind what people have said. Devin Haney said, I've already accepted all of your requirements, right? That I go to Australia, that I get COVID testing, right? So in order to do that, they must have had a conversation. In order for Devin Haney, for Eddie Hearn to say, hey, Devin's going to have to take less money, there had to have been a conversation that took place. So that's why I say, dude, there was probably a conversation that took place, bro. Now he's completely lying. There was no offer sent. No, we didn't turn anything down. Dude, that doesn't make sense, man. It just doesn't make sense. But you want to say I'm hating on him because I'm telling you something that don't make sense, bro. Big Fish Boxing, so you're saying Bill is lying. I didn't say anything about it. I don't have to. I didn't hear what Bill Haney, I didn't hear what Bill Haney said. So no, I'm not calling anybody a liar. What I'm telling you is exactly what I'm telling you. Lou DiBella said he sent an agreement and they turned it down. 4 days before that, Eddie Hearn said that Devin Haney is going to have to take less money for this fight. He also said, Eddie Hearn, that he was looking for scenarios where they could make the fight. Somebody else that could put more money into the fight, taking the fight to Dubai. He said all of those things. To me, it sounds like what happened was that Lou DiBella and those guys said, here is what we'll pay you guys for the fight. This is when we want to have it. Australia, April, here is the money behind the fight. And Devin Haney did not want to take a multi-million-dollar pay cut, man. I never heard what Bill Haney said. Didn't listen to it. I'm listening to what everybody else is saying, man. And it's the only thing that makes sense. Not that that Lou DiBella is just gonna lie. Like, what you want to tell me is that Lou DiBella just is lying. Eddie Hearn is lying. Bill Haney, not Bill Haney, because I hadn't heard what he said. That both Lou DiBella and Eddie Hearn are both lying. Why would both Eddie Hearn and Lou DiBella be lying? Just to defend the notion that Devin Haney didn't turn down a fight? Because that's what you're doing. You're defending the notion that he didn't turn down a fight. That he turned down a fight. You're saying Devin never turned down anything. That's the only thing that I can get that you're trying to tell me. No, it's not, because what you're saying he's lying. What's he lying about? Obviously, you're saying he's lying about the fact that Devin Haney turned down the fight. Or Devin Haney did not want to take an initial pay cut, man. Duh, I'm serious, man. You guys always think, Devin Haney fans think I hate on Devin Haney. That is not the case. What I'm telling you is I try to make sense of what people say. I try to make sense of the facts that everybody knows is out there. Fact number one, Eddie Hearn said that Devin Haney has to take a pay cut. He said that. Why would he say that if they never had a conversation with George Kambosos' team about the money? You think Eddie Hearn just is guessing that he has to take a pay cut? That he made that up? That he's just sitting in front of the press one day and decided to say it and make it up? Why? Lou DiBella says, I'm tired of people telling me that they're paying for the fight. They're not paying for the fight. We never got an offer from them, right? You guys are the same people telling me that Eddie Hearn is paying for the fight. Where did that come from? That Eddie Hearn is paying for the fight when Eddie Hearn has never said he was paying for the fight, right? I think there's a lot of things being said this way or that way, this way or that way. As far as the actual fight going, I don't have any doubt that Devin Haney can beat George Kambosos. None. I think that is a wash of a fight. Devin Haney's going to beat him. But you cannot ignore the fact or expect me to ignore the fact that Devin Haney is highly paid. Everybody knows it. Leonard Ellerbe said, look, guys, the reason why Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney is not going to get made is because Devin Haney is not going to want to take that big a pay cut. He's going to want $5 million for that fight. We can't pay him $5 million for the fight because he's got a really big contract with DAZN. These are facts, man. These are facts. And you just want me to ignore the facts for the sake of conversation, bro. No. It just doesn't make sense. More than likely what happened is these guys are in an ongoing discussion about trying to make the fight. Lou DiBella and those guys told him what money they were going to make. Devin Haney does not want to take a gigantic pay cut. So he's going to negotiate not to take a big pay cut and see if Eddie Hearn can go find a way to make the fight where he can still make more money. And that is reasonable. That's Bill Haney being a good businessman. You want to get me into saying Bill Haney's lying. No, Bill Haney is smart. Bill Haney is not going to jump on the first offer that's made where his son is making $2-3 million less than he would make if he says, no, give me a better offer. Is there some other way we can make the fight? That's just regular negotiations, man. It's regular negotiations. All right, let me know. Sorry about that. That should work. I redid everything, so that should work. All right, we good? All right, good. Sorry about that, man. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, man, this is just messed up, man. Sorry about that. All right, so where we good, man? Where we good? I'm tired of talking about that, man. Look, I'm going to go back to this. Come back for now. We forgive you for your argumentative style. I promise, man. I get tired of that, dude, because I try to be real, man, with you. I'm going to give you what you want to hear. Look, I'm going to tell you, dude, I'm just going to tell you what I think. I ain't got any type of problem with the dudes you think I got a problem with, bro. And they said they did that. Said, we still can't hear you, big brother Fanon. Hold on one second, man. This is just really, really annoying, man. Today is a funny day. Hold on one second, man. All right, it's good now. Now we got it. Had to do all of that. Sorry about that. All right, we back, man. I say, you good? That's what's up. What's up? All right, man. 50 bands, put something so we can hear you, man. 50 bands. Oh, man, I ain't got no more coffee. Anyway, for now, these guys are just repeating the talking points they heard from other channels. Yeah, I understand that. I understand. You should listen to what Bill had to say. Ramon, let me tell you, don't have time, bro. Honestly, man, I don't have time. Like, I don't have time. I already know what he's going to say, man, because I know his position, bro. They're good. They just trolling. I know, man. We good, man. Anyway, said Whole School Saints said Haney 20-0, Tank 26-0, 27-0, Tank 26-0, Ryan Garcia 21-0, Shakur Steveson 17-0. You lose today and you're done. That's why these chumps will not fight each other. Boxing is sick, no doubt about it. He said Trey Deuce, they're good. They just trolling. All right, man. Thanks, man. Because I'm telling you, I try to be fair, man. Said what Bill said won't change what other people say. I mean, dog, seriously, I'm going to tell you what I think. Oh, that's what I appreciate that 50 bands because, you know, it means something to me, man. Look, I'm telling you, I do not want to be seen like I'm hating on some young black kid. I do not. No joke. I don't. I don't. I really, really don't, bro. And I try my best. He said, no, I didn't watch, man. I'm telling you, I didn't watch boxing this weekend, man. I did not watch any boxing this weekend, man. Bursaw said, who said you done if you lose? The fickle fans, the greedy promoters. Nobody's, you know, the thing is, dude, ain't nobody even done when they lose. Nobody's done when they lose, man. They're not done when they lose. These guys keep fighting when they lose, man. So I don't even get, that's just that's a cop out, bro, about these guys. Well, then speak the truth. Brad Savage, I'm speaking the truth, man. And Savage, you got about one more time. I'm telling you, man. You got about one more time, bro. I'm respecting you enough. You got to have to stop, bro. I'm telling you what I think the circumstance is. Devin Haney wants a lot of money to fight George Kambosos. And if you're trying to tell me that you don't think he wants $2-3 million more for that fight, or at least get his regular amount for that fight, you're tripping, bro. You're tripping. You think Devin don't care about money, dude? You really? You're trying to tell me that Devin Haney does not care about how much money he makes? Really? Really? Anyway, that beeping sound was to remind us to talk about Shakur Steveson. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Conceição beat your boy Martinez. Manny made more money after his losses. Yeah, man, that's not going to do it. Brad Savage's Devin Haney wants market value. Either way it cuts, bro. You don't even know how you know what he wants to. He wants market value. He's getting way above market value right now, man. He wants market value. You don't know that, bro. You don't know that he wants money. See, that's where I'm saying you guys want me to believe things that are just hard to believe logically, man. Devin's got $1 million. He bought $1 million worth of jewelry last year. But he doesn't care about his money. He talks about how much money he's making, but he doesn't care about money. Does that make sense to you? We don't know any of this. But does that truly make sense to you? Anyway, Shakur Steveson, on the other hand, is getting ducked because that dude don't want to lose that fight. No doubt about it. Anyway, Mr. De La Cruz said, you're always fair and unbiased. Hey, I try to be, man. But cats think I'm biased. Dog, I'm just telling you what I think. Anyway, Deborah Brooker. Well, we really can't say that after what happened to Teofimo Lopez. We haven't heard a thing from him since, and he only lost one fight. So maybe that's what they're scared of. Well, I mean, we'll see. Give that some time, Deborah. Just give that some time. Because he just fought a couple months ago. And they're not ready to fight right now anyway. You know what I mean? There's also that aspect to it. The fact that it's going to be a while before these guys make that fight anyway. Because first of all, they got to figure out when it is that Canelo Alvarez is going to fight. If they're not going to set their dates until after they know when Canelo Alvarez is going to fight, because they're not going to put it on the same weekend as Canelo Alvarez. So that's one thing. Another thing, Devin Haney just fought. George Kambosos just fought 2 months ago. So it's going to be, they've got a couple months to work a deal out. And I eventually think it's going to come back around anyway. Mark Cardenas in that super chat, bro. Thank you so much. Much love in that chat, bro. Manuel Estevez said, it's not true. What's not true? Because if they lose like Tio, then everyone leaves the train. So losing is, it's definitely a problem, but I just don't think you're done when you lose. King Judah in the building said, black fighters are the beat and always have been. Modern non-black fighters duck and slander black fighters will both help in major sanctioned bodies in the end. Much love, King Judah. Appreciate that, man. Much love in that super chat. That's big. Thank you so much for your support, bro. I'm going to stay positive on this. By the way, you're not going to, I thought you was a businessman, Fanon. They are playing keep away, and you know that. Wow, Kambosos and Lou don't want to lose. Look, man, I'm telling you, Brad Savage, what I said. I'm telling you what my thoughts are. You can have two things at the same time, bro. You can have George Kambosos pricing himself, trying to price out Devin Haney. You can have that. At the same time that Devin Haney doesn't want to take little to no money for taking the fight. You can have both of those at the same time. They're not things that those are not things that cannot happen at the same time. There's an and in that proposition. Okay? It's the truth. I just find it interesting that you're trying to pitch the idea. Dog, Brad Savage, if you say one word to me, bro, I'm telling you, bring this subject up one more time, bro. It's been nice hollering at you. One has nothing to do with the other. So Valdez is ducking Shakur, but Kambosos and Lou are not ducking Devin. Dude, what does one have to do with the other? I didn't say that they weren't ducking. Never said it. Never said it. I said it could very well be true that they are. I said I don't know that. And Oscar Valdez and Shakur are two people. Devin Haney and George Kambosos are two entirely separate people. They're not connected at all, man. I'm trying to be polite to you, Mr. Savage, but you're going to have to use your brain cells. Those are not the same fighter. They're two different circumstances. Completely different people. Two different fights involving two different promotional companies. They're not even related, bro. So why are you telling me in this situation, dude, Devin Haney and George Kambosos are under two different promotional companies? Devin Haney is going to beat George Kambosos without a doubt. I have no doubt. I don't doubt that they would want to duck out, that they wouldn't want to fight Devin Haney. None. I don't think that they will beat Devin Haney. I don't. I don't think George Kambosos is going to beat Gervonta Davis either. I don't think that he's going to beat, I don't think he would beat Lomachenko either. I don't think he beats any of those guys. The guy that's going to get that fight is the guy that pays him the most money. He's selling his belts. It's what I think. If he's going to get beat by Devin Haney or Lomachenko or Gervonta Davis, he's going to wind up fighting the guy that pays the most money, just like Ludabella said. What's the problem with that, man? Nothing. There's no problem with that. It's not hating on Devin Haney. It's not saying he's not ducked. It's not any of that, man. None. You're in your feelings, homie. That's all that is, bro. Anyway, Kevin Fogg said, you are fair and unbiased until there's a guy receiving that fair and unbiased until their guy. Oh, you are fair and unbiased until their guy receives that fair and unbiased commentary. No doubt about it, bro. I mean, I know what you want me to do. Ramel Williams, dude, honestly, you know what the only portion of this where you know for sure? Said, Fanon, you said too safe. It's safe to say Devin ducked in one of your videos. No, I didn't. I said if he does not take a pay cut. I said if. AJ, if. This conversation is still going. This negotiation's not over. If Devin Haney does not settle for a fight with Kambosos and take less money, then, dude, what can you say? He didn't take the fight. Anyway. Oh, bragging on getting, dude, seriously? Yeah, you'll see. Demo said, obviously, Demo said, I seen something about T.O. and Love first fight at 140. Yeah, I saw that too. Kevin Faulkner, why is Haney making $4 million a fight anyway? He has no pay-per-views, no viewership. Heron was handing out money. Now Devin is stuck on a gravy train. Dog, I mean, what am I supposed to say about that? That's not true, Kevin. It's not true. Devin making $4 million a fight has nothing to do, no problem whatsoever with him getting fights done. Because he's going to want more than that for an undisputed fight. Devin was never offered any money. You don't know that. But if you say he wasn't offered any money, okay, Lou DiBella's lying. Why is Eddie Hearn saying that he needs to take less money then? Who takes less money? Dude, see, that's what I'm saying. You want it both ways. There was no offer and he's not going to take less money. There's no money but see what you're saying? You're literally telling me that there was no offer made and you know he's never going to take less money. You know, which one is it? Was there an offer or was there not an offer? Why is Eddie Hearn saying he needs to take less money? Anyway, y'all believe what you want to believe. I'm on to be my man. Anyway, Chris Book said, for now, my question is, how do these people get away with lying? Dog, let me tell you, man, I'm done with that, bro. Anyway, you nervous black boxers would beat the ish if you're non-black fighters. I didn't say I'm not going to talk about that shit no more, bro. I'm done. I've just told you already. I've already told you what my take on the matter is. They're still in negotiations and there's a lot of back and forth going on. They already have, they are going to take the highest bidder. That's where George Kambosos is going to go. He's going to take the highest bidder, bro. Period. He's going to take the highest bidder. That's what he said. Lou DiBella said, we're going with the person that's going to make the most money. It's prize fighting. So what they're going to do is they're going to take the guy that pays them the most money. They've been very, very blatant about that. Whoever's going to pay him the most money is going to get the fight. Not rocket science. So Eddie Hearn is either going to put up a package where he makes more money than something offered by everybody else, or he's not going to get the fight. There you go. Haney should fight Montana Love. I mean, I'd love to see him move to 140, bro. I would love to see him go to 140. I think he should go to 140 because this whole thing is silly. This thing is silly. Got screwed by the WBC. Is a duck is a duck. I don't know what you want me to tell you. He's going to take the guy that pays him the most money. He's selling his belts, man. That's what he's doing. Deuce Trey said, why is Charlo turned down the fight twice? No one is ducking black fighters, and there is no agenda. That's sorry excuse. Deuce Trey, when has he ever turned down a fight? That makes no sense to me, bro. Anyway, Fanan, what'd you think about Makabu? And I didn't really think much about it at all, to tell you the truth. I didn't get to see the fight, man. I was like, that's a fight that I'm not really interested in. I was more interested in the Conceição fight. Manuel Esteves, he has to go to 140. He's too big for 135. I think it'd be all-around better situation for him at 140. I think it'd be an all-around better situation. I think his power will come in at 140 pounds, without a doubt. And he'll be able to hit a lot harder, bro. Kevin Faulkner said, don't care who made the offer because it could mean anything. Just saying Devin needs to take less to make the great fights. Look, bro, that dude's going to take whoever's paying him the most money for that fight. No joke. He's going to take whoever is paying him the most money for that fight because he's going to lose to everybody that he fights. Any one of those guys are going to beat him, dude. Lomachenko's going to beat him, bro. He's going to take the highest bidder. No joke. That's what it's going to be because that's what they said it's going to be. Unless you think Ludabella is lying about that. That he's going to fight somebody for less money. He's going to fight Lomachenko for less money than he would fight somebody else. King Judah in the building said these dudes in the chat saying Haney should fight fighters who have nothing to offer him when he is in a position to be undisputed. Dude, I think he should do whatever he want to do. Honestly, he's in a bad position. Well, he's in a good position, actually. Much love in the super chat. He's in a good position financially because he can get another fight other than George Kambosos that's going to pay him $2-3 million more. It's a tough situation, man. It's a tough choice. You know what I mean? It's a tough choice. And I don't know what they're going to do. You know what I mean? All the PR conversations and all that stuff to the side. That's what it seems like to me, bro. Mario Morales said, Fanan, even if Haney moves to 140, he will be ducked. And since Top Rank owns the belts, Haney won't get the belts there. Well, they own the belts for right now. But there's definitely a chance that they won't because they got all the belts in one guy and they don't really have anybody else at 140. You know what I mean? What happens after the zone contract ends? I don't know. Homie. Talk. I said you leave me alone, bro. I said my opinion, bro. Go talk to somebody else. Okay? You're trolling at this point in time. I told you what my opinion on it is, brother. And I don't mind that. My opinion is this. That money is the issue holding up this fight. Because George Kambosos is going to lose to all of them. And just like Ludabella said they're going to fight the guy. They're going to fight the guy that pays him the most money. It's not going to be Gervonta Davis because Gervonta Davis doesn't want the fight. It may not be Lomachenko, and it may turn around that the highest bid winds up coming from Eddie Hearn. But Eddie Hearn said that he was going to have to find a scenario where they could make the fight and everybody can make the money that they want to make, which means that they may wind up having to go to Australia, out of Australia, and go to the Middle East, or they may have to come to the United States. I don't know. But whatever the situation is, it's going to be about the money that's being offered. Okay? And it's not fair to ask Devin Haney to fight for nothing for undisputed. Doesn't even make a difference to me, bro. That he said that he wanted undisputed and all that and all. Doesn't make a difference to me. Personally, I say if they underpay you, dude, you'd be crazy to take the fight. Get your money. Is what I think. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Anyway, King Judah said, I admit Haney should take a pay cut at 23 undefeated. I would be willing to take less money one time to beat the hell out of Kambosos. Much love in that super chat, bro. Kambosos wants to rob his next opponent in Australia. I mean, dude, he's going to get the most money. He's going to live this out. That's what he said he's going to do. That's what Ludabella said. And I'm going off what Ludabella said. And I know you guys would say Ludabella lies about everything, but I don't see why he would lie about saying he's going to take the most money that he can get, right? Because he's got an equal chance of losing to anybody that guy fights. You know what I mean? Just all that is to me. It's a money thing. And it doesn't make anybody a bad person. None of that. Anyway, Kambosos wants, where you go? Brad Savage, you want desperately to argue for some reason, man. Thank you very much for your conversation, dog. Like, I already told you, bro, I'm not blocking you, but I'm not paying attention to you, homie. I've already said what I thought. You can play stupid as long as you want to play stupid. I'm not into stupid, okay? I've already told you very, very clearly that Devin Haney is not necessary. Devin Haney should not even have to take a $3 million pay cut to fight George Kambosos. But if he has to take a $3 million pay cut to fight him, dude, it is not unreasonable for the guy to try to negotiate himself into making more money. Okay? And that's all it looks like to me, is that they want more money. And they want Eddie Hearn to go find more money for the fight. And they will buy their time until they can get more money where Devin Haney can make as much money as he can in that fight. Lou DiBella and those guys are talking to everybody else trying to see how much money they can get George Kambosos. So unless you're trying to tell me that money does not matter in boxing, okay, bro, say what you want to say. But you're not going to sucker me into calling Bill Haney a liar, because I never heard what he said. Period. Never heard it. Did not listen, do not know. But I know what his job is. His job is to get as much money as he can for his son, as his promoter and as his manager and working for his promotional company. That is his job. If he was not pushing for more money, then he would not be doing his job. That is in the nature of Bill Haney's job, is to get his son as much money for as big a fight as he can. Period. And I think he's probably doing that because he's a very bright guy that is doing the best. Brad, Stevie, you're guessing what he wants now, man. Now you're going to tell me you know what Lou DiBella wants. He wants a multi-fight deal, right? How do you know that? He wants a multi-fight deal with DAZN. Now you're in the negotiations yourself, man. Telling me all kind of stuff that you don't know. He wants a multi-fight deal with multiple fighters. How do you know that he wants that, man? That's why I have a hard time rocking with you, man. Because you just say stuff, bro, to try to make your argument sound good. Nothing is unreasonable about Lou DiBella doing what he said, getting as much money as he can for George Kambosos. Nothing unreasonable about that. Nothing unreasonable about Devin Haney trying to get paid as much money for a fight as he can. And if he gets a low ball offer, to push back on that low ball offer to see if he can make more money. That is just regular negotiations that take place all the time. If you don't see that, bro, that's on you, man. It's not on me. That's on you. Okay. Big King Judas holding down the chat, man. Much love, man. The reason I say take the cut is because if Haney is undisputed, they have no choice but to fight him. If not, nobody can say Haney is induct. Look, man, they don't have to fight him. Telling you, they don't have to. But more undisputed, he probably will get more people wanting to fight him. Anyway, I don't care. How can you be a lawyer but not listen to all the facts? Just half, dude. Get out of here, Big Fish Boxing. I've listened to, first of all, Big Fish, I'm literally taking what Devin Haney's team said and what Devin Haney's team said. What's his name? Eddie Hearn is on Devin Haney's team. Devin Haney's promoter said Devin Haney needs to take less money. That makes me believe that Devin Haney's team knows what they want to pay. Why else would he say it? That's simple. Unless you're simple. That's simple. And that's what Devin Haney said. Devin Haney's promoter said that. Devin is a smart kid. Devin will have to take less money for this fight. 2 days later, the fight falls apart because of financials. 2 days later. Okay? 2 days later. The negotiations stall. If there's negotiations that stall, that means somebody was negotiating. Right? Negotiations stalled. So somebody was negotiating. Lou DiBella said they turned it down. Devin Haney's promoter says he needs to take less money. Everybody agrees the negotiation stalled, so there was a negotiation that stalled. Lou DiBella said that they turned it down. So rationally, that would tell me that Devin Haney and Eddie Hearn are doing what Eddie Hearn said they're doing. They're looking for options to make the fight. They're looking for ways to make the fight work financially. That is what Eddie Hearn said. So that's Team Haney I'm quoting. I'm not quoting Lou DiBella. I'm quoting Team Haney. Because Eddie Hearn is Team Haney. Isn't he? Isn't he? Anyway. Man, is he way overdue? Yeah, anyway. It is what it is. This chat is flooded with trolls. It's annoying. No, they're not. They're just... Anyway. Devin Haney don't sell. It was a worse investment for Eddie Hearn. Dude, if Eddie Hearn didn't want that investment, he wouldn't make that investment. Dude, it's probably flooded with cats on that media crap is what it is. Dude, it is what it is, man. If the guy is going to take the fight, he's going to have to take a pay cut to make that fight. It's just what it is. Or somebody else is going to take the fight for less money. Hey, Katie, for now, why do you think Eddie Reynoso's team are generally more welcoming of the Charlo fight than, say, Andrade? Is it because they think they can win it easier as a just business? I think it's both. I think, number one, he's probably easier to beat than Demetrius Andrade. And number two, they're going to make a lot more money over their PBC because the PBC's offering them a ton of money. No joke. Facts, they're just repeating BS that they hear. I mean, dude, you guys can just talk they can talk to you blue in the face, bro. You're not going to change. You're not going to make what the man said go away, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Blue Child said, did you hear that the fight is still negotiating? I believe it's still negotiating. Cambosa said on Instagram that Haney fight negotiations is still ongoing and Ryan is out. No, I didn't hear that, but that makes sense that they are positioning each other on that fight for that fight. Makes sense, bro. Haney is no longer signed to Matchroom. Is probably part of why Eddie is concerned. He is still with Eddie Hearn, man. He's still with Eddie Hearn, man. He's still with Eddie Hearn. Until I see him fighting with somebody else, he's still with Matchroom. He's getting the person that is negotiating with Lou DiBella is Eddie Hearn, bro. Anyway, Mano Steves, for now, please tell me how Mayweather became the A-side by fighting a bunch of B-side fighters. These boxers expect mad money for nothing. Oh, he did not become the A-side by fighting B-side fighters. He became the A-side fighter by fighting A-side fighters. That's how he did it. That's how he did it. He became A-side by fighting Antoro Gotti, who was the A-side, and he became an A-side fighter by beating Oscar De La Hoya, who was the A-side. That's it. And he also became the A-side by doing a lot of what you see in this chat, which is promoting on social media and getting a very avid fan base to represent you to the fullest at every opportunity that they could. And he did it very, very, very well. Same thing Devin Haney's doing. They use social media very, very well. Very well. Robert Rose, hey, for now, trolls are good for the channel because you always school them and a little spanking, by the way. Hey, man, it is what it is, dude. Because honestly, man, I like y'all. Most of these, it's only on the Devin issue. It's everybody will troll on a specific issue. On a specific issue, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I only threw one dude out. I didn't throw the second dude out. I threw Talk out. I didn't throw the other dude out. Because you're more than welcome to come back, man, and we can chop it up on another subject. But like I said, man, I'm going to call it like I see it, and I'm not being unreasonable in what I'm saying. I'm not. King Judah said, when the smoke clears, Haney, Shakur, and Tank will be on the top, and everybody will deny they ever said fighters like Valdez, Loma, and Timo were better, pretty much, except for Valdez, Loma, and Timo, except for Tank, except for Lomachenko. Lomachenko, I agree with everything except for that Lomachenko part. The Lomachenko part, Lomachenko's a different generation of fighter than these young guys. I think he's already set. I think Lomachenko's already kind of set, bro. Nora Gente said, Hearn has admitted he has no paperwork for Haney. Devin is still allowing him to promote for him, but he's not under a contract with Matchroom anymore. Okay, that's good. But if he's still allowing him to promote for him, then there's the relationship. And then they're doing it on fight by fight, then he's not getting a minimum. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know that, dude. You guys say a lot of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, people say a lot of stuff, man. I'm telling you, man, people say a lot of stuff that I didn't hear. You know what I'm saying? A lot. And then when you have to research it for like 4 hours. All right. The only thing that I'm going to say is I know where his next fight's going to be. His next fight's going to be on DAZN. He's not signed. He's not going to fight on ESPN, and he's not going to fight on Fox. He's not fighting on Showtime. He's fighting on DAZN. It's very hard for me to believe he doesn't have some type of agreement with the man when you know he's fighting on him, man. When you know he's fighting. Chris Wells said, did you see Crawford beating Charlo at 154 if boxing guys see it? I don't know, man. He could, maybe, bro. He could. I don't know. I think he's more skilled than Jermell, but Jermell is big, so just don't know how it's going to play out when guys are that big. And, man, thank you guys so much for supporting in the chat and supporting in the super chat. I really, really do appreciate you, bro. Thank you guys so much for your support. AJ said, I agree with Fanon when he says that they're doing their best with what's in the interest of their fighter, but I don't agree with him saying that if Kambosos' fight is not taken by Haney and Team Haney ducked him. Man, you know, AJ, you got to realize, you got to listen to full arguments, man. You really have to listen. You got to really listen to what I say, dude. Because sometimes I think, AJ, that you're slow. Okay? You're slow. All right? I think sometimes you just don't get it. And I'm not going to continue to spend my time for you not to get it. If you don't understand it, bro, I'm telling you literally what I believe. Okay? Literally what I'll say. I don't like anybody with all this duck and talk. I don't. Because everybody's getting ducked. Everybody's ducking. You jump out there 5 seconds later and he's ducking for everything. If a guy is trying to get as much money as he can get, he's ducking. Dude, there are clear-cut ducks when guys don't even enter in negotiations with you. Don't consider fighting you. Leave weight classes. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't advocate for people taking pay cuts. Dude, I don't see why Devin should have to take a pay cut. He shouldn't have to, but it is what it is. If that's the case, if the fight's not going to sell and you got to make it and you got to make it happen, then you're going to have to fight for less money because George Kambosos isn't going to make less money than Devin, right? It's just what it is, man. Anyway, Floyd took a pay cut and became a legend. No, he did not. Did not take a pay cut. He didn't take a pay cut. He took a lower percentage than the other guy. He didn't take a pay cut. He didn't get less money for fighting Arturo Gatti. He was on pay-per-view for the first time. He just took slightly less than Arturo Gatti. He didn't take a pay cut for fighting Oscar De La Hoya. He got a big payday. He just took less than Oscar De La Hoya did. You know what I mean? He took less money than the other guy, not less money than he usually takes, bro. Chris Wells said, off topic, what are blue wrenches? Blue wrenches mean, oh, they're moderators to the channel, bro. He didn't take short money. No, he didn't. He took a lower percentage than Oscar De La Hoya. He did not take short money. It's a difference, bro. Taking a pay cut and taking less money than the other guy is different. It's a lot different, bro. It's a lot different. Anyway, Hab Abreu said, Fanon, Kambosos' next purse bid will be his biggest purse. It's business. He loses and goes back to The Rock till you find him all. Pretty much, bro. You know what I mean? Dr. Dre G said, we need a specific definition to the term duck. I have one. It's when you do not take a fight that you are obligated to take. It's when you're not unifying with somebody or you're not fighting a mandatory. That's it for me. It's when you have an obligation to fight somebody and you do not meet that obligation. Period. You know what I mean? If you have an obligation to fight them. So, for example, and you have an obligation to fight that guy. Take, for example, Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford. People say, Terrence Crawford fans say, that Errol Spence Jr. ducked Terrence Crawford. When Errol Spence Jr. fought Shawn Porter's the WBC champion. Errol is the IBF champion. And Terrence Crawford is the WBO champion. They're both champions. Errol decides to unify with the WBC instead of unifying with the WBO. That is not a duck. Because he has obligations to fight both of them, but they're an equal obligation. Unifying with one champion against another champion is not ducking. But you're at the same time, you're not obligated to go broke in a fight, right? So say Devin Haney wants $6 million for the fight. And there is only really $10 million worth of purse money to be paid, or $7 million worth of purse money to be made. George Kambosos, $2 million when he's got 4 belts, and Devin Haney getting $5 million for a claim at 1. That stuff can break down based off business. You know what I mean? Is it a duck? Maybe, maybe not. That's a gray area for me. For me personally, it's a gray area where somebody does something like that. But where you know somebody's clearly not trying to make the fight, like Anthony Joshua, right? Offering a flat fee to Deontay Wilder and turning down $50 million, then offering him where Deontay Wilder has no. Where Deontay Wilder could have probably made $20-30 million on the fight, but saying no, but then turning around and offering him a $12 million flat fee, where you know that that's going to cost that dude $15 million. I think you could argue that that's a duck. There's some ambiguity to it. You know what I mean? There's some ambiguity to whether or not the gray areas in certain positions. But the clear-cut ducks are when guys have have titles. And you will not fight a guy with a title, or you will not fight a guy that's your mandatory, you know, or you just as a voluntary know that one guy, everybody in boxing is calling for the fight, and you won't give the fans the fight, you know, like Keith Thurman in the Errol Spence Jr. situation, you know. But I do believe Fanon is called the ducking business. You know what it is. Valdez is a duck, not yet. He's got to actually turn the fight down. He ain't a duck yet. He's got to actually not make the fight before he's a duck, bro. You know what I mean? Hab Abreu said, Fanon, do you think fighters duck legacy, boxing defining fights? I think that people are in different reasons. I think people fight for different reasons. You know? And I think money comes into play primarily because they're prize fighters. Money is the number one thing, bro. Money's the number one thing. You know? But legacy, I think that for certain fighters that has a lot to do with it. Like Roy Jones, I believe Roy Jones is a legacy type of dude. Like that's what he's trying to do. He was trying to prove a point. Dre G, man, thank you. Much love, man. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody that supports in the chat. And thank you for everybody that supports in the super chat, bro. Dad84 Boy 1 said, I feel legacy over it all. I think Devin should take a pay cut to solidify his legacy as undisputed. On the real, man, he can do whatever. Either way, honestly, for that, in that situation, I don't fault him for doing either one. But what I said, AJ, is that he can't claim the guy ducked him, is what I said. Can't claim that he ducked him. You know what I mean? And honestly, man, you overuse that duck, man. It's you say duck so much. Everybody's ducking, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's not everything is a straightforward duck. You know, especially when you're still in the middle of a conversation, bro. Anyway, get the fans the fights right on. Absolutely. I hope so. Chris Wells said, Roy Jones is the last of his kind. Everyone else after that is Mayweather bag. Nah, Errol Spence Jr. is fighting everybody. Errol Spence Jr. wanted the Sean Porter fight and not the Mikey Garcia fight. And the Mikey Garcia fight was a bigger fight. I think Errol's about that. I really do. You know what I mean? He said, duck, goose, Fanon. Yeah, I get it, man. I'm tired of all that, man. Like, anyway, factually, Fanon, especially in the world casual, oh my God. Dudes be casual in a mug, man. No joke. Strategically moving around dangerous opponents. Nah, that's not ducking. Because you do that as a prospect. You do that as a prospect. Ryman Turner said, off topic, when Spence fights Porter didn't really want that fight. He wanted to rematch Thurman, so Spence did duck Crawford because he could have unfired. No, dude. No. It has nothing to do with that Crawford didn't want. No. You know who he wanted to fight? I think he wanted to fight in Ugas. Pretty sure he wanted to fight in Ugas. He fought Ugas. He didn't fight Thurman. He fought Ugas. Thurman wasn't even active at the time. But it doesn't matter. He was trying to make the fight with Sean Porter. And then he did make the fight with Sean Porter. It's a duck and see. Yeah. Is Jaime Munguia ducking Andrade? I can't speak on that, bro. What is it? AJ, let me tell you something, bro. What you're doing is you're misquoting me because I'm right here. That's what you're doing. You're trying to use me as a source against me. I am right here, AJ, to tell you what I think. Okay? I know what I think. I know what I think, and I will tell you what I think. I get tired of everybody saying that everybody's ducking every 5 minutes when there are reasonable explanations for why fights still in negotiation have not happened. Okay? I'm telling you what I thought happened. You do not have to keep trying to quote me on some video that ain't nobody listening to. Okay? You're just trying to save face, bro, is what you're trying to do. I already told you what I think, and I told you very clearly. So if you're not going to comment on what I'm actually saying, because you're not repeating it, you are paraphrasing it and trying to tell me what you thought I meant. And not doing a really good job of it. I'm telling you what I think. King Judah said, I take legacy over money because legacy provides leverage for money in the future fights. Much love in that super chat, bro. Seriously, I don't know. I don't know if a contender can duck a champion. You know what I'm saying? He's not a champion. I think the dude is a prospect. So can a contender duck a champion? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Aren't you sick of seeing an elite fighter not take a title fight and wait for the belt to be vacated to pick up scraps? Oh, yeah. That's that Canelo move. I don't like that. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, bro. Fahim Sator said, ain't nobody ducking Bud. Top Rank ain't want nobody. But you know what it is. It don't matter. So Haney don't want the smaller percentage. I can't speak on what it is. I don't know that. I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know what he wants. Whether it's a percentage, whether it's a flat fee, I have no idea. I've not read it. You know what I mean? AJ is fighting a warm-up fight for his belts. He won't win back. Is he? Nah, dude. I thought they were going straight into that. I thought they were going, man, I'm not going to believe that. I think they're going straight into that fight with Alexander Usyk, man. I don't see him doing that. Otherwise, that's a lot of back and forth about that, bro. Anyway, Haney not wanting to take a pay cut is a valid reason for not fighting. That is very, very fair. I'm going to put that up. That's very, very fair. Not wanting to take a pay cut is a very valid reason for not making that fight. And you cannot tell me that that is not a consideration in not wanting to take a pay cut for the fight. Like, that's what I said, AJ. No, he's not taking a warm-up. I promise. Yeah, I don't buy that, dude. It's like every 15 minutes with that, bro. Taking one pay cut won't make any of these. What does it say? Poor, wake up, stop being dramatic. Taking one pay cut won't make any of these fighters poor, make a wake. Hey, dude, I'm telling you something. $3 million, $3 million, bro. George Greek, see you later, bro. If I'm biased, that's my opinion. It has absolutely nothing to do with whether I need to be more educated or not. George, I'm getting rid of you on just lack of logic. If you're saying that I'm biased, and then you say I need to educate myself more, those are two different subjects. Biased is that I have an unfair prejudice towards something. That doesn't mean that I don't know that. Anyway, shut up. Haney, anyway, you're out of here. Goodbye. I just off being dumb. You got to go. Anyway, E Moneybag said Haney was acting like he was willing to concede in negotiations and now he's changing his mind. Dude, he probably is willing to concede. I hope that he will, bro. 50 Bands said, George's a clown. Thanks, man. No worries, 50 Bands. No worries, man. I am throwing cats out on that type of stuff because it's just silly, bro. Dude, I'm biased and I'm stupid. Just stop. You know what I mean? I'm biased with I'm biased about everything. I got it. E-Back said, Loma going to get the fight now that Haney changed his tune. Nah, well, dude, Bob Arum said they don't know how they're going to pay for the fight. George Kambosos thinks he's worth more money than he's worth, man. That's a problem, man. George Kambosos thinks that he is worth more than he's worth, man. That's what I think. Wayne Dash said the man is willing to go to racist Australia. Why he also need to take a pay cut? Anyway. Hey, AJ. Hey, AJ. Let me tell you what I said, because I'm tired of you doing this, and I'm going to throw you out. What I said was, when I was referring to the topic of everybody claiming duck on everybody else, because I'm very clear that I believe that Devin Haney fans cry duck on everything. Very clear that everything is a duck. If Devin Haney said that he will do anything to take that fight, anything, if he said it, and then he doesn't do it, that could be a duck. That is what I said, AJ. If Devin Haney says, I will fight this guy for any amount of money, it doesn't matter. I don't care what it is. I'm going to take the fight no matter how much he pays me. If he takes that position and then he gets lowballed, then he cannot take that fight. Then you can't say that's a duck. Would you say that is true or not true, AJ? Would you? That's a yes or no question. If Devin Haney says, and this is an if, this is conditional. If is conditional. If he says, I will take any amount of money for the fight, and then he doesn't, you can say that is a duck. Because that is what Devin Haney said he would do, and that is not what Devin Haney did in a hypothetical, AJ. A hypothetical, bro. Are you having a hard time with this, man? Seriously, AJ, because you're gonna have to increase the brain points, bro, or you gotta go. Because I see you and I want to respond to your questions. I am not saying that he's ducking him. That is a hypothetical. Right? I am not saying if a tree fell on a car, The car would have got hit by a tree. That is not the same thing as me saying that a car fell on the tree. Do you get that yet when you speak? I don't think that is a duck is all I'm saying. Nah, dude, you're accusing me of stuff, AJ, is what you're doing. You're telling me that I said that he ducked, which I did not say, and I did not mean. Okay? Now, are you done with that, bro? Seriously, I'm really tired of explaining a hypothetical situation to you. Anyway, he said, AJ having a hard time with this. Got a hard time with that one. I don't think Devin Haney's ducking George Kambosos. I don't. Anyway, take his wrench and give it to me for 9. Nah, jokes, chill. I'm all right, man. Nah. And I don't mind people disagree with me, man. You can keep your wrench. You don't gonna lose your wrench because you disagree with me. You know? And that's all right. But I'm just telling you what I think. That's all it is. I don't think that Devin Haney's ducking the guy. I don't. But hey, what's going on, bro? John Page in the building said, I know where Devin Haney want to get ducked at 140, where everybody 5'8" or with a 70-inch reach can punch at Fanon. John Page in the building. I'm going to give my man John Page that gong. And I got to check John Page, make sure he got that wrench, bro. Hold on one second. Hold on, man. I got to check John Page, make sure I get John Page on his wrench, bro. Roll down. I'm pretty sure I gave John Page his wrench already. It's like, bro, look, man. Why would Devin Haney duck? Why would he duck? There you go. I got to get John Page. There you go. Hold on. Shit. Excuse my language. God, dog, I cussed tonight. Here, John Page. All right, man. Let me hit that moderator on my man, John Page. What's going on with your brother? Anyway. So, good morning. What's going on, Zach? What's going on with Zach B? Is that the real John Page? It's usually John Page. John Page comes by. That sounds like something John Page would say. Pay Haney with tickets for him to sell. Hey, man, at what weight will Devin and Shakur finally? Man, that's never going to have a fight, bro. They're not going to fight, bro. And John Page don't come around enough for somebody to bite John Page like that, bro. Dude, $3 million is a lot of guap. Are people nuts? That's a stigma, and taking lowball offers will stay with you in future negotiations. It's bad business. Haney ducking Kambosos is hilarious. Dude, that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying, man. Y'all defend him. Y'all don't even do a good job of defending the dude. That's what, dude, I'm telling you, that's where I fall south to Devin Haney fans. Because, dude, I defend him all the time. But I'm not going to make bad arguments for none of y'all, man. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Dude, let me tell you who I know for sure ducked him. Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia for sure. Because he ducked an interim shot. But whose fault is that? It's the WBC's. At some point in time, he got to drop that WBC belt. But why? Hey, let me ask you a question. Why don't you think he's going to drop that WBC belt? He ain't going to drop that WBC belt because that's going to affect his money. If he's not a champion, you're going to get paid less money. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't get why you can't accept that Eddie Hearn said he needs to pay less money. And anybody that says anything that you don't like is lying. Like, dude, that shit is not, dog, as much as I don't like Eddie Hearn, bro, he was not lying about everything he said about Deontay Wilder. Not every word of it is a lie, bro. It's like you just resort to calling somebody a liar every time, bro. You know what I mean? They're not all lying about everything. There is a logical explanation. Logical. Devin Haney does not, dude, you cannot tell me Devin Haney wants to take a multi-million-dollar pay cut, man, to fight George Kambosos. There ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? No, Devin will take anything. No, he will not. take anything for that fight. Devin is not stupid. Why would he? He said, for 9, people need to duck you. I'm just trying to tell you, dude, I get tired. I will passionately, I have no problem debating with people. I really do not, dude. And I got no problem supporting Devin Haney. I'm just telling you, man, sometimes there are literally people that defend people for things in ways that just don't make sense, you know? And they're not even done negotiating. That's the killer. George ducked Haney. Didn't Loma duck Haney? Yeah, Lomachenko ducked Haney. That's a duck. No joke. That is definitely a duck. He got away from his mandatory. Absolutely, he did. No doubt about Lomachenko ducking that dude. No doubt. Lomachenko ducked him. Like there's no doubt Canelo Alvarez ducked Sergey Deverenchenko. No doubt about it, bro. Terry Schmoo said Devin got to pull a Mitch Green and just get the fight. Honestly, man, dude, he's just going to wait around for everybody else to turn down George Kambosos. Okay? No joke. Or for the WBO to slap a mandatory on him, The shame of it is that the WBC will never make a mandatory out of that. That's the real shame of it. Is that he can't even get a mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, man. Jamal Smith said if Kambosos loses to Ryan after dodging Haney, everyone should lead a division. Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney is a fight that could happen. It'd be a big fight. I just don't know, man. I just don't know, bro. I'm telling you. The biggest problem with Devin Haney getting fights is just as much the fact that he's a very, very good fighter. And the fact that he makes a lot of money, bro. And he doesn't really earn a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? He makes a lot of money, but those fights don't earn a lot of money. So nobody's going to basically say, because Eddie Hearn pays you this, if we run a promotional fight, first of all, they don't know what Devin can sell. Like, they don't really even know Devin's numbers. It's his true fan base. You don't really know it because he's on DAZN. You don't know it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, you just don't know it. So what are they going to say? Okay, oh, yeah, we know that well, I get this much money if yeah, we got that because DAZN is paying you because you negotiated a big deal with DAZN. But that doesn't mean, dude, that you're like, that he's selling out arenas and he's doing all of that, dog, because it's not the case, you know? How do you know what they earned? DAZN dropped another bag on Eddie. Brad, go away, man. They did not drop another bag on Eddie. Matter of fact, what DAZN's president said is that they do not want to invest in American boxing. You're just making shit up, Brad. Now you're just making stuff up. Now you're just coming out with, it's amazing how cats like you, Brad, can no matter what the scenario is, you got some fact that offsets it. Every time. Every time. Now we don't know what they earn. DAZN just gave Eddie a lot more money. Where did that come from? Seriously. Now, oh, no, we know. No, you do not know. Because matter of fact, what you know is that they have less than 200,000 subscribers in the United States. Less than 200,000. Less than 200,000. And they came from other people. Lie, you bad, blah, 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 blah. You just make stuff. Don't just make stuff up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just made that up. That's completely out of your behind, bro. Eddie just got a new bag dropped on him. Just why you lying, bro? DAZN already said that they are not investing in American boxing because they believe that the market is too competitive. When is the last American fighter you saw signed to a big contract in DAZN? I'll wait. When is the last one, bro? When was the last major fighter signed by DAZN in the United States? Much love in that super chat, bro. Did I block the wrong person? Gotcha. All right, there you go. See you later. Exactly. I'm just saying. Don't just make up stuff, okay? DAZN's ratings are not good. John Skipper, who is, by the way, the guy that offered Devin Haney the money. Oh, he gave me like 10 cents. It's like, dang, we deleted super chat. Yeah, he's like 10 cents to talk crazy stuff, bro. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't know. Something. It doesn't matter. It's what it is, though, dude. But no, dude, the DAZN is not paying a lot of money, bro. They're not paying a lot of money. They're not investing in big fights, bro. They're not. Giovanni Walker said, unless they can get Canelo, then they'll pay for a one-off for a Canelo fight. But they are doing a lot of UK fights. They opened DAZN UK. That's why they finally got their game plan came through and they pushed over. Jamal Smith, who are you talking about? Jamal, who are you talking about, bro? Yeah, like really? Oh yeah, man, hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, man. We got 425 building. Giovanni, support the channel and push the like button. Much love in that super chat. Anyway, you got about one more, bro. Answer the question, homie, or I'm going to go back on you, man. Anyway, Show Me Bag said, I want to see Conceição versus Shakur Steveson wins, but that's a good fight. Yeah, that's a good fight, but dog, that was hilarious how Shakur Steveson told that dude, you need to stop talking about me and you need to go focus on Conceição because that's not going to be an easy fight for you, bro. WBC change up their story every time a loophole is found. Oh, dog, they're first of all, they don't even need loopholes, man. Dog, these niggas be lying. I don't even get y'all, man. Y'all just, dude, all these dudes will tell a story. Oh, you trying to be quiet, huh? You trying to be quiet, huh? Get out of here, Jamal. Took you too long. Trying to be quiet, huh? Trying to be quiet. Thought I was going to forget, huh? No. Anyway, yeah. You're man, stop. Anyway, you'll come back under something else. Dadboy84 said, oh, yeah, they change up all kind of stuff, man. For sure. Kind of like my man Brad Savage, who got an answer for everything, bro. It's funny how Mayweather fighters signing with ESPN just to get beat up. Who are you talking about? Mayweather fighters signing with ESPN just to get beat up. Ah, man, dude, I'm telling you, matchroom fighters are going to beat most fighters because if they make the fight, they know their fighter's going to win. No joke. They're not going to make the fight if their fighter's going to lose, man. That's all it is. People always are quoting that, well, they've won 90% of the fights that they've had against PBC fighters. Yeah, because the only fights that they're going to make are fights that they're going to win. Other than that, they're not going to be interested in it. Oh, Xavier Martinez was signed with Mayweather. Yeah, out of here. Cowboy check. Hold on a second. When is Rodriguez Prograis fighting again? Like in a week or so. He's fighting on the undercard of Sonny. He's fighting on the undercard of Sonny. Hey, did I block him unjustly? I hope I didn't get Jamal Smith unjustly. But Jamal, you sound like you're trolling me. And if I got you, I'll unblock him. Somebody unblock Jamal Smith. Just in case I messed that up. Devin Haney is going to have to go overseas to prove himself. That's it. I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen with Devin Haney. King Judah said the WBC changes the narrative more than Thanos trying to control the universe. 7-8 times, bro. No doubt about that. Yeah, it's going to be tough, man. But he's already made all his money. So It's not going to be tough on him because the dude has already made all his money. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you're just going to be saying this. You're just going to be saying this for a long time, man. You're just going to be saying it for a long time. Did you already mention Nico's Ali Shuffle? Yeah, the Ali Shuffle 0.2. Omar Williams, like, you love blocking people? No, I don't love blocking people. I don't block people for a long time. Omar Williams. No, I do not love blocking people. I don't like it at all, actually. However, I read a lot of stuff out of the comment section. So, dude, if you're distracting me with a bunch of nonsense, I gotta block you. Because otherwise I'm gonna keep seeing what you say a bunch of times, and it's gonna distract me from the rest of the conversation. So, yeah, that's all that is. I don't love blocking people at all. No joke. I do not. But some people got to get blocked because they just keep doing it. Oh, I think I did. Oh, hold on one second, man. Hold on. That's my bad. He's not hidden, though, that the message was deleted. Oh, yeah. Jamal got him. Thank you, man. My bad, Jamal. Sorry about that, bro. Angie Wise, so if Fanon has much grace for a fool, I would know. Angie Wise, fool. It's all good, bro. Yeah, dog. It's yeah, you unhit him. Thanks, man. That's my bad, Jamal. My bad. What's the CD? Oh, now I got the CDL. Shout out to the CDL. Yeah. The commercial driver's license. I did not see the Trevor Bryan fight. I didn't see that fight because I knew that, man, Trevor Bryan has been held out for so long, bro. Boxing matchup, Dwayne Freeman said, Fanon, how do you see Gary Antoine Russell, Victor Basal going? I got my man Gary Antoine in that fight. But it'll be a good fight because, I mean, Victor Basal is a pretty basic fighter, so Gary Antoine should be able to beat him. But it's going to be good, man, because he's a vet, no doubt about it. Fanon, don't bring the topic and kick out Haney fans. Let me tell you something, man. Did I kick you out, Brad Savage? I didn't kick you out. I didn't. If you start insulting me, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and be insulted, man. I'm not insulting you. If you call me a fanboy and dude, it's gonna annoy me, and more than likely, bro, I'm not gonna want to talk to you. That's all that is, man. I don't mind you disagreeing with me, bro. And Brad, if I was just gonna kick out somebody for being a Haney fan, dude, I would have thrown you out a long time ago. Dude, I don't have a problem with Devin Haney. Y'all make it hard for me to like him a lot. I will tell you that. But if it was like that with Errol Spence, dude, it would make it hard for me to be an Errol Spence Jr. fan. No joke, bro. Errol doesn't get as many people support Errol. I've never heard this type of stuff out of Errol Spence Jr. fans, bro. No joke, bro. Like, I've never heard an Errol Spence Jr. fan say that Terrence Crawford is ducking Errol Spence. Ever. King Judah said, Fanon, we forgive you for not worshiping Lord Devin Haney. Thank you. That's all I would like, dog. But come on, man. Just come on, man. Don't pull me into that, dog. You know what I mean? I just have never, there's very few fighters that have a crew of people that will defend literally anything by saying literally anything. You know what I'm saying? Will defend anything by saying anything. Like there is no wrong. You know? Nothing. Postal is namesake. He's been sitting out for 2 years. Yeah, I believe that. But he's still a good fighter, you know? Boxing matchup, Dwayne Freeman said, Fanon, I believe if Gary Antoine look impressive, he should be in position. Damn, I bit my tongue. For a title shot. Yeah, I hope so. Well, let's make it happen. Hey, by the way, man, much love to everybody in the chat and everybody in the super chat. I really do appreciate it. And I would like to tell you that every time I talk about Devin Haney in a video, very few people super chat. So, or support in the Cash App. That's how it goes every time, dog. Every time, bro. Y'all troll, but don't support. This is why I kind of think you guys are like black bots. You know what I mean? Black bots. Black botism. Fanon, you have to admit that Haney has an ill-ass PR team. The best. Dude, they have got to be paying a lot of money, bro. I'd say it that way. They are definitely paying money. They are using their money wisely. They definitely have a great PR team, bro. Bill Haney is great at what he does, bro. No doubt, bro. Fanon has never kicked someone out for just arguing. Now, if you disrespect or insult his intelligence, you out of the boxing room. Yeah, you gonna be going on that, bro. Because I don't like that, man. Because you're doing it. Dude, because then don't turn around if I support your guy. If I support somebody else, then I make sense. But when you don't like it, then I'm just this biased guy that is this, that, and the other. Dude, this is why it makes me think you guys are on a payroll, man. No joke. You know what I'm saying? That's because you love Errol and Wilder. Dude, if somebody was saying stupid things about Errol Spence Jr., I would say that's not true. If you actually had people saying that Terrence Crawford has been ducking Errol Spence, I would be like, no, he is not ducking Errol Spence Jr. No, he is not. Terrence Crawford don't want to fight nobody. He's a duck artist. No, he is not. The reason why he didn't get Terrence Crawford ducked. Terrence Crawford is ducking Manny Pacquiao. No, he did not. Okay, he didn't do it. I do not believe it, bro. He said, CG Cap said they use black culture and their faith very well to get a hold on the online boxing community. I mean, aspects of it. But it is what it is. You do it wisely, and that's good for them. That's good. But do not think he's going to pass up on $3 million. Don't think he's going to sit off on $3 million. Okay? Because that is probably not going to happen, bro. There's a difference between boxers and fighters, and styles make fights. Then Haney versus Shakur. Dude, I think I would take Shakur over him, but that would be hating on Haney, so I got to say Haney's going to win that fight. Kate said, Fanon, how come we don't hear anyone really challenging Josh Taylor for those belts with all the fighters like Antoine, etc.? I don't know that they're not challenging him for the belt. I know that Teofimo Lopez said he wants to fight him. I don't think that fighters that are over on the PBC think that they're going to get the shot. You know? I haven't heard Gary Antoine Russell calling out anybody. I know Regis Prograis wants a rematch, but he probably is not going to get it, bro. Haney called the tribal nonsense is ridiculous. I mean, he's a little over the top, bro. I will tell you, it's just a bit over the top, dog. Because if you do not fully support everything that he says, you're a hater. Which is just, it's just not how it is, bro. Just not how it is. You can support a fighter. You can like fighters. I like Canelo, bro. I'm not going to say dude, I like Canelo. Anybody that really knows this channel knows that I really do like Canelo. I'm a fan of Canelo. I have the same problem with Canelo Alvarez fans. I can say that I think Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. Dude, cats that hate Canelo think I'm jocking Canelo. And literally we're getting mad because I say I think the guy's a good fighter because I believe he's a good fighter. I think Canelo Alvarez was probably going to beat Jamal Charlo. I think he'll probably beat Beterbiev. The only guy that I've got beating Canelo Alvarez, and I think it's for a stylistic reason, is Demetrius Andrade. But I think he's a great fighter. I think he's a great fighter. I do. But at the same time, he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, dude. What you want me to do? That's what he did. There's guys that are his mandatories that didn't fight. Those are just facts. It's not me saying the guy can't fight. You know what I mean? It's what it is. It's cheaper for them than a real PR team and almost as effective in a lot of ways. Dude, we'll see. Let me tell you I don't know whether it's effective or not. What's effective for him is the fact that he got all that money from DAZN. That's what it is. If he did not get that contract, if Eddie Hearn did not sign Devin Haney to that contract, he would probably be in the same situation as Montana Love. That's probably where he would be. Same situation as Montana Love. So the question is, if Eddie Hearn runs out of money, will he be in a situation any different than Montana Love. You know, hey, please keep that out of there, bro. Ron Miller, I'd appreciate if you didn't say that because I don't even believe that's true. I don't think that that's true. Please don't put that on me. You know, or please don't put, I'm not me because I'm not that, but please don't put that on people. There's a lot of cats, bro, that truly believe what they believe, man. And you can have a different opinion from somebody and that's cool. You know what I mean? You just got a different opinion, man. Boots Ennis is the most duck fighter going forward. He ain't yet. I got Hobba Brave said, Fanon, I like boxing fans, not boxer fans. Dude, that's hard to do, man. There's a lot of people are boxing fans. They're fans of boxing. There's nothing wrong with being a fan of a boxer. You know what I mean? There's no problem being a fan with a boxer. But tearing down another boxer just because you're a fan of one boxer, to me, never made sense. You know? I never tore down Manny Pacquiao. Even though Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. was going on, I'm telling you, man, people are more vicious on Devin Haney than they were on Floyd Mayweather Jr., bro. There's not nearly as many people like that, but it's like, dude, Devin in a lot of ways is still a contender, man. He's not a superstar, you know, not yet anyway. Manuel Esteves said, hey, Fanon, why would Ortiz turn down the Cinnamon fight? Why would Ortiz? I don't believe he did. I don't know why he would, bro. GB Slang said, love the channel and always hit the like. Yeah, man, make sure y'all hit that like, man. Let me get the likes for all y'all. Devin Haney fans, hit the like. Because y'all know you support me on dang near everything else, but got all kind of problem with me on Devin. Ron Miller watches the LDBC but calls him racist. His real problem is the uncomfortable truth. The LDBC points out racism about boxing. It's very true. And it is something that should be pointed out, bro. No joke. Should be pointed out. And I'll point it out. It's definitely there. Howard Vance said, you only hate Dillian White, and I'm glad you do. Yeah, I'm telling you the fighter I don't like. That's the fighter I do not like. Do not like him. That is it, bro. So Dale Harris said, my money is totally on Shakur over Devin. Yeah, I think Shakur is probably the better fighter, bro. I think Shakur is probably the better fighter. And you know what else I think too? I think that when you sit back, like, have you ever seen a con man work? Like somebody that really knows that they're conning people and selling them a bill of goods. Dude, they ain't mad at the people that know that the dude is conning. He's not. They're not. They're not mad about it when they know, truly mad about it when they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And dog, promoters to the end. If he or she is a promoter, they are going to sell you their fighter. Period. If they are a promoter, if the person has the name promoter associated with them, if they say, I am a promoter, if they open their mouth about a fighter that they are promoting, they are selling that fighter, and they are only going to tell you things that are going to sell that fighter. They're not going to tell you what they know, everything they know about that fighter. They're not going to tell you, oh, we really think our fighter is going to lose to this guy. You are never going to hear it. Oscar De La Hoya told everybody that fought Floyd Mayweather Jr., every guy he promoted, this guy's going to beat Floyd. Victor Ortiz is going to beat Floyd. Robert the Ghost Guerrero is going to beat Floyd. Everybody was going to, every single solitary time, they were going to beat him. Can anybody point? AJ, I know you ain't no PR team, bro. You're a fan. Anyway, can anybody point to me a promoter that tells you that their fighter cannot win a fight or is ducking a fight? Ever? Do you know of any promoter that is going to, and I'm asking you, AJ, name one promoter that you know is going to tell you the unadulterated truth about their fighter? AJ, tell me one. One. That's where I have a problem with y'all. Because Devin Haney and Bill Haney are promoters. When they are speaking about their fights, they are promoting. Promoting. I take what every promoter says as a promoter. And Devin Haney is a promoter. Bill Haney is a promoter. Who's calling me a hater? I don't care, man. I ain't a hater. That's just some promotional talk. Because I'm not hating. I'm telling you the truth. Every promoter promotes their fight. Their fighter. That's it. And I don't really necessarily believe one promoter over another promoter. They're promoters, bro. That's just what it is. You know? And they're going to tell you what they need to tell you to promote their fighter, bro. Right. Why Bob never say much positive about Crawford? Bob has just been waiting for Bud to make his next payday. You have never heard, ever heard me. You have never, ever heard. Shit. My dog. You've never heard ever in a promotion for a fight, Bob Arum say about Terrence Crawford that Terrence Crawford was going to lose a fight. Or that Terrence Crawford ducked a fighter. You're not. Now, when you have him talk about an argument that he's having with Bob defended himself, right? So when Bob is saying he didn't make me any money, he was like, that's because Terrence Crawford, through his sister, was in the media saying that they're not giving me the fights that they want. And Bob Arum is like, look, I love him. He's a great fighter. He's the Sugar Ray Leonard level of fighter, tremendous talent. But, I've lost money on him. Dude, they're all promoters, bro. They're all promoters, bro. At least that's my take on the matter. Anyway, Mellow Fresh said, and when I speak about them, I'm emoting. Hi, good morning, Mellow Fresh. What's good, bro? Said Dale Harris said, I think if we don't watch or talk about bullish fights, then they will listen and make fights we want to see. I don't know, man. There's so many big BS fights in boxing. I don't think that I don't know, bro. Anyway. No, he definitely didn't promote him as well. No, he didn't promote him as well as he could. He promoted him. He just didn't promote him as well as he could, bro. Without a doubt, man. I mean, I'm not saying that every promoter is giving their first. I'm just saying, bro, that they're all promoters, man. And I don't know why I would believe one promoter. I don't know why you want me to. Don King was a black. Hey, Don King's black. Am I supposed to believe everything come out of Don King's mouth? I don't believe everything. I don't believe everything coming out of Don King's mouth, bro. KD said, for now, the way it's going, it seems money will be put together to set up Ryan Kambosos. I bet they are willing to even take a financial loss or make little money just to set him up for the future. I don't know, man. I don't tell you, I don't think so. My personal thing is if Luda Bella could get his wishes, he'd be fighting Gervonta Davis. That's what I think Luda Bella would want to do. If he could get his wishes, he'd be fighting him. That's what I think. What I want to see is I want to see the Devin Haney fight. That's what I'd like to see. Hey, Freddie Jimenez in the building, man. Shout out to you, man. Have a good day at work, brother. You take care of yourself, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button too, man. So we can have a good, fair, nice fun. Can we get the likes of 400, bro? It'd be great. Brad Savage in the building, my man, dude. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't got no problem. No problem with people disagree me. So I don't know. Why do you think Shakur beats Haney when Devin beat him in sparring? I've seen two sparring matches. I saw all of one and another. In one, Shakur beat him. And the second one, I saw it looked like it was a good fight and Devin was doing some things. But I think Shakur Stevenson's a better fighter. That's why I think. You know what I mean? Creme de la Creme in the bill said, already liked your stuff. That's what's up, bro. I'm going to hit you with that wrench, Creme de la Creme, just so you know. It don't take long on that one. I hope that I didn't mess it up. Yeah, there you go. All right, Creme de la Creme. Says sparring was even. That's sparring anyway. Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Looked like one, Shakur was doing one. The other one looked maybe a little bit in favor of Devin. But I can't really tell you, dude, because I don't know what dudes are doing in sparring. Sparring's not a fight. For example, there's guys that beat Tyson Fury up in sparring. That don't mean they're going to do it in the ring, you know. But I just think that Devin Haney. I think Shakur Steveson. Man, I just like him a lot as a fighter, man. But I like Devin Haney. It's hard for me to see Devin getting beat. Really hard for me to see him getting beat. The only thing that I see is that I don't know how much better he's getting, but that's it. Crim, hey, thanks, Crim de la Crim. Hey, man, John Page was like, "What's up to you?" So I knew you were good people, man. Just off John Page, bro. Powerhouse Watson. I remember one Shakur was putting it on Haney. Then he got caught with a nice shot. Yeah, man, those dudes are both very, very good fighters, bro. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. How often in sparring do you work on different aspects of your game? I suspect people do it a lot. But it's at the same time, it's just not a fight, man. So you know what it is? Shakur was getting the best of Haney, and I'm a Devin fan. Yeah, but I think there's two. Somebody sent me a second one where Devin Haney was putting some work on one that I had not seen before. Right. But like I say, dude, I don't know how to judge how people are fighting with headgear and big gloves and all of that stuff. It's just what it is, bro. Even if Shakur, like for example, dude, I saw Teofimo Lopez sparring Gervonta Davis, and it looked like Teofimo Lopez was doing work. But at the same time, bro, I saw what was going on with Teofimo Lopez. And what was going on was his father was telling him to do he was literally trying to win. And Gervonta Davis was just getting rounds in, right? Working on his defense, doing whatever. And let me tell you, like with that, what happened with that one? As soon as Teofimo Lopez hit Gervonta Davis in the back of the head, because he got in there and he started rabbit punching him to the back of the head. And then the trainer for Gervonta Davis said something like, "Man, what's your kid doing?" And then Teofimo Lopez's dad said something, right? Immediately after that, Gervonta Davis started walking down Teofimo Lopez and dropping bombs on him. As soon as it happened, he was like, "Oh, okay." Manuel Estevez, listen to what I'm saying. What Teofimo Lopez did was, in a sparring session, it looked like Teofimo Lopez was putting in work. Gervonta Davis wasn't doing anything to him. Looked like Teofimo Lopez was winning the sparring match. What happened after he rabbit punched him was that Gervonta Davis started trying to beat the brakes off of him, and they pulled him out. So what I'm saying is, if Gervonta, in that particular moment, on that particular tape, in that particular recording, in that particular moment, if Gervonta Davis wanted to hurt him from the beginning of the sparring match, he could have tried to hurt him from the beginning, but he didn't. What he said was, "Look, this guy's a kid. I'm not going to try to hurt you. You're a kid. So, and I'm not going to do it." So he just sparred him, but as soon as Teofimo got cute, he said, "Okay, I'm going to start beating you up." There's another famous sparring match between Muhammad Ali and Larry Holmes that was the same thing. Larry Holmes would spar Ali, and he would get the best of Ali in sparring. And one day, Ali hurt Larry Holmes was talking to somebody. He said, "I should be the champion. I beat up Ali all the time in sparring. I should be the champion." So then Ali got wind of it, and they said, "Hey, Ali, Larry Holmes said he should be the champion because he beats you up every day." Do you know what happened in the next sparring match? In the next sparring match, Ali beat Larry Holmes half to death and was like, "Should you be the champion? Should you be the champion?" Beat him up and sent him home. He's like, "Dude, I'm not trying to beat you all the time, bro. I'm working on something." You know what I mean? So you don't know that. And that could be the case for Devin Haney working on something with Shakur. It could be the case with Shakur working on something with Devin. I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's where I am on it. But look, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Tori Wells in that super chat. Thank you so much for that support. He said, "What up, Fanon? Do you think Barrios got a chance this weekend? And if so, can he become? If he does, And if so, does he become a person to fight at 147 with the win? If he wins, he will for sure. But I don't think he will, bro. Powers Watson said, Ali, yeah, Ali did him like that, bro. That's a story that Larry Holmes tells. He's like, yeah, I used to beat up Ali all the time. What's going on, Perry? He said, he's like, yeah, I used to beat up. He's like, I used to beat Ali and sparring all the time. And then I talked smack and he came in and he beat me up really bad. Like, came up and beat him up really, really bad because he's not trying to show everything that he has in a sparring match. He's working on parrying, he's working on something. He may just be working on his conditioning. You know what I mean? But that was around the time of? It was around the time of George Foreman. It was around he was sparring him around the time of George Foreman, George Frazier. When Holmes was early in his career. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's what it is. It said, Ty OG, I really appreciate it. Now, that's all good, man. And much love to everybody, man. And shout out to Devin Haney, Bill Haney. By the way, don't try to put me in a position of trying to call Bill Haney a liar, bro. I think Bill Haney does a terrific, terrific job with Devin Haney and all of that. And I ain't got any problem with cats defending Devin Haney till the wheels fall off. That's all right. Do you. Just respect me when I do mine. You know what I mean? Anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. They say, yeah, that's true. That's true how them training camps go. I used to box. That's what's up, bro. He said he dropped game on the fool. Exactly, bro. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Deuces.